Since the pandemic hit, I've been very troubled and saddened by the acts of violence and hate committed against the Asian Pacific American community, especially as they hit home right here in the 37th legislative districts. Asians and Asian Americans have been stereotyped as quiet and submissive, just keeping our heads down and trying not to make trouble for anyone. But that's not true, because we remember where our Asian American community draws its strength. It's from the history of our brave pioneers who stood up not only to great danger to make better lives for their families and their children, but who stood up to discrimination, not only against them, but against others as well. We have a long history of multiracial community organizing, from the activism of the Gang of Four right here in the International District and in the Central District, as well as across King County. Today, we stand up to hate on the shoulders of our leaders, past and present, with resilience and sacrifice and courage that is wrapped around us through our history. We know that when we stand unified, supporting our neighbors, saying clearly, Black Lives Matter, and organizing across racial lines, there really is no limit to what we can do for our communities. And that's why it's so important that we stand up now, today, collectively, against racism and violence. It's why we have to reimagine public safety to meet the needs of our elders, of our aunties and uncles, of our children. And that's why in the legislature, I'm a proud supporter of policies to prevent hate crimes, to reduce racial injustice, and to make our policing systems safer for communities of color. Our laws must reflect the seriousness of these crimes against our community so that our neighbors have another tool to keep them safe. If you see something, please report it to protect our community from the racial violence and to ensure that our voices and our struggles are heard. And please remember that the needs and the freedoms and the rights of all our communities are intertwined, and we cannot combat hate unless we stand up to it together.